What are the highest paying and best trades jobs for 2023? I'm gonna talk about that in this video, and I'm gonna give you 10 different trades, and I'm gonna talk to you about how much money the top 10% of people in those trades make each and every year. And then I'm gonna go over why each one of these trades can be great to get into for you if you're thinking about going to college, but you're not sure. Getting into the trades could be a great opportunity. Now, this video is sponsored by Ferguson. If you are in some of these next trades, plumbing and HVAC, check out Ferguson.com. And if you're in the trades and you're not in their Facebook group, go check out Ferguson on Facebook, jump in and join the conversation. We teamed up with Ferguson because of everything they do for plumbers, HVAC techs, the companies, and the communities that we're in. Elevator and escalator installers and repair people. The top 10% in that industry make about $130,000 per year. Now, not only that, they have great benefits. I remember talking to an elevator installer one day on a job site, and he was talking about all the benefits that they had in the union, the insurance, the hours that they had to work, the vacation, how their pension is determined based on those hours. And believe it or not, they didn't have to work a lot of hours to get a full year service in. The median salary for that is about $97,000, $98,000 a year. And there's about 23,200 jobs available nationwide. Now, that's not a lot, but remember, elevators are for big commercial jobs, things that, high rises. Think about where an elevator and an escalator would be installed at, because you've got the new construction people that install those, but also the service companies that go back and fix them. Number 2, Boilermakers. Boilermakers, the top 10% make just over $100,000 a year. Now that is a great income. Think about that. What could you do each month making $8,000 a month, actually a little bit over? Now the median annual wage is about $64,000, $65,000. But here's the deal, just like anything else in life, if you're not trying to be the best, why not? It does not take a lot of work to move up to be that top 10%. Top 10% of elevator and escalator workers and Boilermakers, each one of those is over $100,000 a year with no degree. This is something anybody can learn and move up into if you can get in and get a good position. Now again, Boilermakers, 13,000, 14,000 jobs nationwide, not near as many, but some of these other trades we're gonna talk about, there's a lot of openings. Now next is construction and building inspectors. Again, over $100,000 a year, depending on where you can get in and what kind of job you can get. But remember, we're, again, the top 10%. Don't forget that. The average salary, $61,500, somewhere around in there. Now, there's a lot more opportunity here. 129,000 jobs nationwide. What a way to go. Next, the worst job on the list, electricians. Okay, and I'm joking about that. To be honest, electricians are right at $100,000 a year. Electricians and plumbers, but we'll get to them in a minute. If you're in the top 10%. If you're not, you can still make a $60,000 a year income fairly easy, just as the median wage. And all it takes to become an electrician is a high school diploma, 4 to 5 years training, either open shop or an apprentice program, and then many states require a license or a certification. But this is something too, if you want to go on and open your own business one day, electrical work is a great way to do it. So electrical works probably have the largest amount of jobs nationwide with about 712,000 jobs nationwide. They've got a lot of different things you can get into besides just electrical work. Lighting, the electrical system itself, control wires, there's a bunch of things involved. So electrical probably has the most opportunity. Number 5, my favorite, plumbers, pipe fitters, and steam fitters. Now, I know that's a broad assortment, but on the commercial end, you've got pipe fitters and steam fitters that do a lot of things, some residential there, but plumbers, commercial and residential. Top 10%, again, just like the electricians, right at $100,000 a year. Same type training as the electricians. You need a high school diploma, 4 or 5 years in an apprenticeship. Most states require a license or certification. Now, the median income for plumbers, again, right at $60,000 a year. Number of jobs for plumbers nationwide, 469,000. Now that's plumbers, pipe fitters, and steam fitters. And some of those you're probably gonna throw in welders too, because of a lot of the work that we do. To me, this is a great career to get into because it does not matter where you live. Electricians, plumbers, HVAC techs, and roofers, man, they're needed everywhere. Carpenters and other things too, but You got to look at what kind of job you're looking for or what you want to do, but these are going to put you in the money. Next, we get into iron workers, and iron workers come in at number 6. Now, the top 10% of iron workers earn $98,000, $99,000 a year on the national average. The median income, about $58,000, $59,000 a year. These are the guys working on the iron, the steel work, structural, bridges, anything at all like that, where you look up in the sky and you see that big arc where they're up there welding, they've got cranes up there moving beams around. These are your iron workers. You got to be partly crazy to take this job. Don't get me wrong, that they handle it very well, that they work safely. And the good thing about it is, yes, you need a high school diploma normally, but you can do OTJT, on the job training, an apprenticeship, or something like that. Now, iron workers is a little bit lower, only 88,000 jobs nationwide. So it's a little bit smaller community, but there's still a need for them. Number 7, sheet metal workers. Now, to me, this also includes HVAC technicians. Again, the top 10%, $95,000 range. High school diploma, normally an apprenticeship training or an open shop where you work as an apprentice. And then some states, like Texas, do require a license. Now, the license is either a certification or registration, or if you want to do bigger jobs, you need to be a certified HVAC tech, have your licenses, that way you're registered with the state. Then you're in a position where you can run a company actually selling this work to residences or businesses. Now, $95,000 in the top 10%, but only about 53% in the median. But guys, I want to tell you something about this. Depending on what you do, some of the top 10% may make 3 times what the top 10% makes. Meaning, if you're good in sales, if you move up and you get bonuses, you move up and you run bigger companies, the opportunity in any of these positions to move up is unlimited. You can move up, make whatever you want to make, and eventually start your own company in a lot of these. And with HVAC tech sheet metal, about 129,000 jobs nationwide. Number 8, drywall and ceiling installers. Drywall and ceiling tile installers and tape and bed. It's called sheetrock, drywall, anything at all like that. Your top 10% in about the $95,000 range. Median average wage, 48, 50 grand, somewhere around in there. Now, most of these people don't have any college, they don't have anything like that. They learn on the job. Some of them have high school diplomas, some of them don't. A formal education for this is really not required. But again, this is one that you could go out and open your own business. Now, a lot of people will also throw painters in a group like this. A lot of tape and bed people don't like to paint. A lot of painters don't like to do tape and bed, but there are some companies that do both. Number 9, construction equipment operators. Now, I'm not talking the high-rise cranes. Those guys make bank. But some of the bigger equipment, these guys sitting a tractor all day make about $85,000 a year with a median income of about $48,000, $49,000. There's actually a lot of these jobs, $466,000 nationwide. High school diploma, on-the-job training, or going through an apprentice training and learning to do stuff like this. Construction equipment operators are the guys that move the earth. They really make things happen. The big trucks, the land movers, the big dump trucks, all kinds of stuff like that. All the construction equipment you see is normally ran by operators. So at number 9, that's a good spot. And last but not least, carpenters. The top 10% of carpenters come in about $81,000, $82,000 a year. And you know what? They earn it. These are the guys that frame houses. There can be trim carpenters, there can be cabinets, there can be specialty, there can be so many different things in here that again, you have a lot of opportunity. The education and training, again, some have high school diplomas, some don't. Some learn in the field, some go through an apprentice training program. Typically, this is how they learn, and there's normally not a license required. Now, the median average income is about $48,000 a year. So the opportunities here are good. The number of jobs for a carpenter, almost 1 million, 985,000 carpenters nationwide. So there's more job opportunity there. And that's probably why, well, they get paid a little bit less. But just like any other trade that I've talked about, you can move up into the top 10% and make bank doing any of these. If you come up, you try to be the very best and you do it the right way. So do me a favor. Think about what you want to do, figure it out, get into the right trade, and be the very best. Again, this video is sponsored by Ferguson. If you're a plumber, if you're a sheet metal guy, if you're an HVAC technician, these are the industries that Ferguson takes care of. And like I said earlier, we teamed up with Ferguson not just because of what they do for us, the technicians, but our companies and the communities that we're in. If you're in the trades and you make more money than this, do me a favor, leave me a comment down below. I'm interested in what you make, because the average for the top 10% of plumbers, I've made over that for quite a while. I'm curious as to what your thoughts are. Again, thank you, Ferguson, for allowing us to do what we do. And if you love this video, you're definitely gonna love that one.